It seems nutrition information is on just about everything we eat today, from packaged goods at your local grocery store to the nutrition sheets you can get online or at a restaurant. And all of this nutrition information can be overwhelming. So really, what should you know about what's in the food you buy and what it means to your health? Brought to you by Baylor Healthcare's Diabetes Health and Wellness Institute and MyCareConnect. Have you ever looked at a nutrition label and thought, what is all of this? The fact is, you don't need to know what it all means. However, when you do understand what to look for and how it fits into your meal planning, you'll discover that you can make good choices that can change your life. So let's learn to read a nutrition label. Here we have a bag of chips. Let's focus on just the following 4 key pieces of information: calories, fat, carbohydrates, serving size, and servings per container. There is obviously a lot more on a nutrition label, and it can be important too. For instance, someone with high blood pressure, they need to watch how much salt they are eating. So they look here to know how much sodium there is. So check with your doctor about your specific diet needs. So let's begin with calories. Think of calories as fuel or energy your body runs on. The problem is most people take in too many calories each day without using them up. This is one reason why we gain weight. Here's the bottom line. The average person needs about 1,600 to 2,200 calories per day. Of course, if you add some type of exercise each day, you may need a few more calories. Did you know just going on a 1-mile walk will use about 100 calories? Now, fat can be tricky. While fat sounds bad, not all fat is bad. On a nutrition label, there are 3 types of fat: unsaturated, saturated, and trans fat. Unsaturated fats are good fats. They actually are good for your heart. You may see 2 types of these unsaturated fats: monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. These are big words, but just remember, these we don't have to worry about. It is the saturated fats and trans fats that are bad for us. These fats do damage inside our body and are a big contributor to heart disease. They also end up making us fat on the outside too. So here's the bottom line. The average person should have no more than 18 grams of saturated fat per day and really should avoid trans fats altogether. Lastly, we have carbohydrates, or carbs for short. Carbs are important since they are in so many of the foods we eat and are really just sugars and fiber. So carbs are in your Snicker bars and also in that piece of bread. So here is the bottom line. The average person should have from 225 to 300 grams of carbs a day. Too many carbs without exercise get stored as fat. Carbs that are high in sugar are not good. Look for foods with more fiber. People with diabetes need to pay extra attention because they must balance the carbs they eat with the medication they take. Definitely check with your doctor about managing your carbs. Now that we've got you paying attention to calories, fat, and carbs, it's important that you pay attention to the serving size and servings per container. A lot of times, a serving size is simply unrealistically small. You might think, wow, all these chips are only 130 calories. But the serving size is 1 ounce, which is really just 12 potato chips. Nobody just eats 12. Come on. You have to then look at the servings per container. This bag of chips has 8 servings per container, or 96 chips. And so the calories are really 1,040 for the entire bag. The fat is 48 grams, and the carbs are 160 grams. It sounds confusing, but once you get used to checking the serving size and servings per container, you won't be fooled. While we are on the subject of being fooled, be careful of food items claiming things like natural. Since when do Cheetos grow on a farm? Or 100% of your vitamin C? This is artificially colored sugar water. Or light. Light in what? Look at all the fat in just 2 tiny tablespoons of ranch dressing. And things like low carb typically means high fat. And of course, 98% fat-free can still mean a lot of fat. Don't trust all the words you see on packaging. The only thing you can trust is you and being able to look at the nutrition label for the real facts. So when it comes to reading nutrition labels, once you understand what to look for, you'll discover you can make good choices that can change your life. To get started today, contact your doctor or speak to a nutritionist.